What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Keep Your Career Mode. Today we have another 3 Premier League games today, but before we get into them, Dan Happe, a player that Samuel requested me to sign. Samuel, unfortunately, I don't think he's good enough for our team. We've progressed past his level, so we probably won't sign him. If you really do want me to, then just comment on the video and I'll make it happen, but I can't promise he'll play a lot because his rating is nowhere near as high as the other defenders. But if you really do want me to sign him, I will, and I guess we could play him in some of the cup games or something. But yeah, anyway, our first game was away on the south coast against Southampton in the snow, which was interesting. And we had the only real chance of the first half. Morris went through, but the defender put him off with the slide tackle. And nothing else really happened. We were probably the slightly better team, but it was a pretty dead game. But Southampton had a chance with Mario Lemina, ran through, but Roberts made a huge save to keep it at 0-0. Lemina was actually a player I was looking at potentially signing. I might still do it in the summer, but I'm not sure. He's getting a bit older now, so probably won't. But yeah, they had another chance from the corner, and luckily Roberts made the save again. And right at the end of the game, as he played it to Sambia in the 80th minute, pretty much the end of the game, and Sambia once again grabbed a hugely important goal for us. He doesn't score many goals. I think that was only his third goal of the season, but he does seem to score when it matters most. For example, he scored in our first ever win against Brighton. Well, not first ever win, in our first Premier League win. So yeah, Sambia gave us the 3 points in this game because nothing else happened, and we went and just won because we're sick, definitely. Yeah, but with that result, we made sure that we kept pace with Liverpool and Manchester City. Obviously, two teams who don't drop points very often. Unfortunately, we could have really closed the gap on City if we had just beaten them. You know, we would have potentially overtook them at this point, but it is what it is. You know, I think there'll probably be a point where City drop points again. I'm hoping anyway, but you never know. It could happen, and we had to make sure that we continued on our good run, with the exception of that City match. Playing against Tottenham, obviously we beat Tottenham 4-1 away, which is a very shock result. I don't think we deserved a 4-1 win in that game, but it happened, so obviously I'm not going to complain about it. And yeah, this Tottenham team had Christian Eriksen in it, who was actually the Premier League top scorer coming into this game. It's pretty surprising that it's not Harry Kane, but 20 minutes gone, we scored a goal, and guess who it was? It was Ezzy, the boy who's been here since the start of the career mode. Our vice captain now, whenever Barbe doesn't play. I'm trying to obviously play Santoro a bit more because he's a good young defender. Not much worse than Barbe, arguably better than him now. So yeah, as he has been wearing the armband a bit, he didn't wear it in this game. But yeah, although the stats say Tottenham played a lot better than us, a lot of their shots were from ridiculous angles, mainly Eriksen as well. So maybe some of them just been sneaking in against the worst teams. But in the second half, just after the 70-minute mark, we got a penalty. I don't know what the defender was doing. It was Gabriel, the former Arsenal defender, by the way, who did that. So maybe he's an agent, like what David Luiz was doing for Chelsea in real life. But anyway, as he put the penalty away, went bottom right this time, and yeah, it was a good penalty. Keeper didn't even move, and we went 2-0 up. So obviously strengthened our lead against a team who could just counter us anytime. They have some very good players. And just a few minutes later, we had another chance with De La Vega on the left wing, cut back, got inside, and he finessed it into the far corner to make it 3-0. And within a matter of a few minutes, we went from 1-0 looking a bit shaky, you know, potentially Tottenham could have equalised, to being 3-0 up and really in no danger of losing the game. De La Vega scores this goal so often, cutting inside from the left wing and just finessing it into the corner. and he did it again. Tottenham were just, yeah, just not playing as well. Although the stats did suggest they were quite good. They got a very lucky goal here. Roberts, don't know why he didn't catch that. He could have easily caught that. The cross didn't have any power on it. Yeah, he should have just caught that, to be honest. But we were 3-0 up. It wasn't a huge deal because there was just a consolation for Tottenham. Right at the end of the game, we had another chance. Ezzy played it forward to Leko, who came off the bench, and Ezzy was in acres of space, running into the box late, and he got his hat trick against Tottenham to make it 4-1. So we did the double 4-1 over Tottenham, clearly proving that they're not the best London team, and we are the best London team who play in white at least. And yeah, they took kickoffs, you know, trying to play around, and the ref blew the whistle because that was the end of the game. So great performance, Ezzy hat-trick. Although the stats say Tottenham played better, they kind of did in a way, but their shots, like I said, were from like the I don't know how to describe it, but Ericsson just shooting with his back to goal and everything. They just weren't difficult shots for Roberts to save, so that's why he didn't score a goal. And he can continue to get offers here. I don't want to undersell him because we could get quite a bit of money for him, I think, anyway. And yeah, obviously we don't have a huge transfer budget left. I mean, the window is shut, so it don't really matter. And in the summer, you know, obviously with the Premier League money coming in, we should have quite a decent budget, but it wouldn't do any harm to get rid of a player that we don't need, that would give us a bit of money. So if we, you know, if someone does accept a bid or accept the offer that we have put forward that we want for him, then he'll leave. But everyone's just like telling me to piss off after I delegate the offer, so yeah, he might not leave, unfortunately. But anyway, the last game of the episode, a home game against Burnley. Obviously we actually lost to Burnley in the reverse fixture 3-1 in a game where I felt we were slightly hard done by. The scoreline didn't reflect how well we played in the match, but anyway, I wanted to put things right in this one, and 10 minutes in, Morris backheeled the ball to Ezzy, who ran through and just hit it into the far post. His 4th goal in 2 games. He was on a really good goal scoring run. Really nice back heel there from Morris. Dragged the defender out of position as well because he didn't know whether to stay back or to run forward, and he ended up going to mark Morris but could not stop the pass. And 10 minutes after that, Bowl played the ball here into Dilrosun, who's running down the right wing, saw De La Vega running into the box, and he hammered it into the corner to make it 2-0. And Burnley were feeling the full wrath of QPR here. We were destroying them. Really nice counter attack here. Dawson again running down the right wing, De La Vega running into the box, and them two just partner up again, proving why we don't need James Harris. But yeah, straight after, Burnley had a chance, and that was a really good strike to make it 2-1. Burnley was still behind though, luckily, so you know, it was like, ooh. But this guy, fam, he keeps scoring against me. He scored twice in the last match, I believe. He scored again here. He's a bit of a bogey player, and that was actually a really good finish. He had a lot of power on that shot. So yeah, we did need to try and deal with him. But Burnley just came out of nowhere and equalised. Again, another good finish, and from another player I hadn't even heard of before. And from nowhere, we were 2-0 up less than, well, 10 minutes ago. Like 5 minutes before this, pretty much, we were 2-0 up, and Burnley were like, just came here and they crashed our party. They equalised. Once again, their play was in a lot of space, but I mean, Santoro closed him down pretty well, but unfortunately the shot was just really well placed into the corner. And just before half time, this stupid defending happened. I don't know what Roberts was doing. He rushed out, and then the clearance wasn't proper, and then their guy was in so much space at the edge of the box. Guess who the guy was? It was Donis again. That man has scored 4 goals in 2 games against me. He's just stupid good for some reason. I don't get it. Like, I'd never heard of this kid before, and he's just destroying me every game I'm playing against him. But yeah, in the second half, obviously, we were trying to not just get an equaliser, but win the match. I wanted revenge on Burnley, and Zambia had a chance there, but it was a good save from Pope, who is a very good keeper in real life. Probably should be England's #1. It should be either him or Henderson, not Pickford. Pickford is terrible compared to them two. Just want to mention that. And Morris had a chance as well, but he hit the post. So we were really putting the pressure on Burnley in the second half. We really wanted that equaliser. And Dawson again running down this right wing. De La Vega was in the middle. So was Morris. And Dawson found Morris, who had a really simple task of scoring. Sterling also had a chance like that in real life against Lyon, and he missed, which sent Manchester City out of the Champions League because Lyon scored right after, which is pretty fucking joke, so I just want to mention. But we had another few chances here. Pope made a save from that shot, and Chair had a chance here, but the defender saved. I don't know why Chair didn't go to the other side where no one was, but anyway, the last shot of the game fell here to Morris, who was running through after Dawson pass, and he finessed it into the near post. And after all of Pope's heroics before, him making 2 or 3 really good saves from clear-cut opportunities, he could not save that one. And our hometown hero Jonathan Morris once again scoring late on to win us the game. 4-3, his 17th Premier League goal of the season now. Burnley tried to ruin our day. They tried to be the comeback kings, and we let them have it for a bit, and then we just threw them off. And it was a pretty even game, I can't lie, but I feel like we created the better opportunities. Pope made some huge saves that really kept Burnley in the game. Could have been like 6-3 if I'm gonna be honest, but Pope showing why he almost won the not golden boot, I was gonna say golden boot, golden glove I believe it is in real life. He was just one behind Edison, who ended up taking it. And yeah, Pope should be competing with Henderson for England's #1. I mean, I don't really care about England in Euros and World Cup just because I don't like any of their players, but that's for another time. But yeah, he's a really good keeper, and he showed it in that match. But he read some youth scouting reports here from obviously the countries who sent our scouts. By the way, if you want to suggest any countries for me to scout, then leave them in the comments and I'll send a scout there. Or if you want to just tell me 3, I'll do that as well. I would ideally like to keep one in England just because we're an English team. But yeah, it's up to you really. But that's the end of the episode. I mean, I know it says we're second there, but I didn't actually simulate far enough. I've obviously simulated a bit further now, and Manchester City have overtaken us, but Liverpool did not win their game. They actually drew. So we're only 1 point behind both Manchester City and Liverpool, and hopefully in the next episode we can overthrow both of them and be in first.